Hey everyone, welcome back to another recap podcast from SNXweave, where we give quick weekly recaps of news and important updates from the previous week from the Spartan Council, core contributors, and Ambassador Council. So let's get started. Starting off with a base update, there's currently about $1.67 billion in cumulative volume, and the BTC and ETH OI caps remain at $15 million, with 71,000 SNX now in cumulative burn. The goal is still to get to $100 million in daily volume and sustain over $20 million in LP-backed collateral. So incentives are continuing and yield-bearing LP collateral options are being added to help reach these milestones. Next, SIP383 for multi-collateral margin support is being released to testnet, with hopes of a full release by the end of the month if all goes well. This will enable the use of SETH and SBTC as margin. The migration of L1 SNX to V3 is also expected to be released this month, pending L1 perps. Migration should be possible starting as early as this week. And in exciting news, Synthetix V3 is now live on Arbitrum. As of yesterday, depositing ETH, ARB, and USDC will earn users ARB long-term incentive program rewards. Depositors can also mint Synthetix's new Arbitrum native stablecoin, USDX. This deployment is the first of many stages to fully integrate Synthetix's liquidity layer and support perps v3. The deployment will progress through 3 key milestones. In week 1, the focus will be on attracting a critical mass of LP collateral in ARB, USDC, and ETH. Once total LP collateral reaches $10 to $20 million, perps trading will be ready to launch. During the second and third week, Athena Labs assets, SUSDE and USDE will be enabled as collateral, and support will be added for yield-generating collateral from Lido Finance, EtherFi, and Aave. In weeks 3 and 4, contingent on LP scaling, perps markets will come online. Trading rebates will begin in the 2 weeks that follow, gradually enabling trading activity with limited open interest to manage risk. Be sure to check out the article linked in our blog to read more about the launch on Arbitrum, including all about the incentives and fee distribution, key differences for this launch, the growth plan, and the Arbitrum native stablecoin. There were also a couple of SIP presentations last week, so let's briefly review them. The first was SIP 392 to support Athena USDE as LP collateral. This SIP, presented by Matt, proposes adding Athena's USDE as LP collateral to Synthetix v3 on Arbitrum. This would add another yield-generating asset to the list of allowable LP collateral and further increase capital efficiency. The proposal would give prospective LPs more options for contributing to the collateral base that will eventually support perps markets on Arbitrum. The next presentation was SIP 391, for liquidations on Synthetix using Pyth's Express Relay. Yasser proposed and presented this SIP, which would enable liquidation to USDC for liquidations that occur on non-USDC margin once multi-collateral margin is enabled. The goal here is to reduce slippage through competitive bidding. And Yasser explained that one of the biggest challenges in the multi-collateral implementation was figuring out how to handle liquidations. Without this integration, liquidations of non-USDC margin would return liquidation rewards to LPs in the margin type that was deposited by the trader, which could be SBTC, SETH, or any other type of allowable margin collateral. The LP would then have to unwrap those rewards and sell for USDC independently. This integration would allow the conversion of USDC to happen on the back end so that LPs can receive the reward in the asset they are LPing in this case USDC. This also simultaneously eliminates the attack vector that would have otherwise been presented if the protocol was handling the unwrapped transaction, since the Express Relay prevents opportunistic transaction ordering surrounding liquidations. This proposal would not disrupt or disincentivize the current network of liquidators. In Ambassador updates, last week the team discussed optimism proposals, which they have their votes queued up for to send in tomorrow. And speaking of optimism, Matt and Master Mojo are actually running for the OP Grants Council again, so stay tuned because the vote ends today. Matt, Westy, and Mojo are also Optimism badge holders and have helped ecosystem partners apply for round 4 of retro funding. They are in the review stage now, so we'll be getting an additional update from them in the next couple of weeks. And that's it for today's updates. Be sure to check out our weekly recap blog post, share this podcast link, and let us know what you think and what you'd like to hear more about from SNXweave. Thanks for listening.